Alright, everyone, settle down. Just because the Reshiram is here does not mean you all get to, pull some silly shenanigans out. Alright, here we go. Well, hello, all my Tacticians. Hello. Welcome back to Tacticians School of Battling. I am your host, Professor Reshiram, also known as the better than obvious the Fedora Reshiram. Also, I've got a pencil in my mouth, but gotta do something like that. But hey, whatever. So let's get class started. Yoo-hoo! How's it going, Kala? Welcome to the class. Welcome to class. You're all late. Now put out your notebook. Let's get some questions started. Oh, how nice of you, Blaze. You give me a homemade candy apple. Just put that on the desk right now. Get started. So let's see what should be today's oh yes VGC questions. Yeah, I'll take that golden fedora, but can't really work. Gotta keep the mark. Gotta keep the image up. You know how it is, Kara. Now, for those of you who are going to be competing in VGC, let me just remind you all. Oh, what does VGC stand for? Well, for those of you who are wondering what VGC stands for, it means Video Game Competition. It's pretty much a standard meaning for all video game competitions, but for all of us here in the Pokemon community, we all know VGC stands for the official, competitive format that Nintendo, Game Freak, etc., that they host. Now, let's see, how can I discuss VGC? Why aren't many people using special Coco and not physical Coco if it has higher attack stat? Well, that is a very good question, GamerMZ, a very, very good question. Now, if we open our textbooks to page, page Tapu Koko, we would notice that, yes, you are right, GamerMZ. The physical attacking Tapu Koko is actually 20 points higher than the special attacking variant of Tapu Koko. However, there are not merely that many physical attacking moves that Tapu Koko can learn. Like, most of his moves are special attacks. I mean, outside of the standard, return, when we're talking about TM's Aerial Ace, he also has access to Brave Bird and Skydrop. Acrobat, he's got some of that. He also has U-turn. That's surprising that he has U-turn. However, most people run the special attacking variety simply because of how many more diverse moves Tapu Koko can have and Tapu Koko can run. And that's pretty much why people prefer the special attacking Tapu Koko. Also, with all of the Intimidators in VGC, many people don't like running physical attacking Pokemon because all it takes is one Intimidate, and your Pokemon kind of just sits there and doesn't really do anything, can't really do anything. Ah, Kara has a question. What is your question, Kara? Don't be shy, ask your question. But yes, GamerMZ, that is why people run the Tapu Koko in special attacking form. With all the Intimidate Pokemon, Gyarados, Salamence, especially Landorus, there's not a lot of space for physical attackers to get free reign. What is the best VGC Reshiram nature and moves? Well, that's kind of hard to tell because Reshiram isn't really allowed in VGC. I hate that they don't allow my Reshiram, but for 2016, when all the legendaries were allowed, Modest Nature and Timid Nature were among the best natures for Reshiram. They're running a choice Scarf Reshiram with Earth Power, Blue Flare, I believe, and let me see, oh yeah, I believe it was also either Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor. think maybe something else. I actually forget what the last move was, but yeah, that's pretty much good nature. Good moves. What's a good moveset and nature for a Delphox? Someone named Ezreal said Delphox was the worst starter in his opinion, so you want to know. Alright then, that is a good question. So let's open up our textbooks to the Delphox chapter. Okay, let's look at the Delphox chapter. Now, for those of you who are going to be using Delphox, you'll have to remember that Delphox is a very fast, very special-oriented, starter. Doesn't like physical attacks, and it definitely will make use of those physical attacks. Prefers to use special attacks, so I would recommend a calm nature, timid nature, or those standard modest nature. Those natures would be very effective for the Delphox. As for the moves, well, many people like to make use of the Mystical Fire, which is the trademark move of the Delphox line, in decreasing special attack while having that fire stab damage. Very impressive. Also a Will-O-Wisp, very good for helping Delphox survive against physical attackers. That Will-O-Wisp burn damage can save the life of a Delphox in a tight pot. Also, don't forget to make use of the Psyshock. Psyshock, remember people, the difference between Psychic and Psyshock is that while Psychic does more damage, slightly more damage, Psyshock can hit the physical targets the physical defense of a Pokemon, not the special attack, so, while using the Pokemon's special attack to deal the damage. It is a very interesting move, let me tell you. What is the best weather duo in your opinion? Well, for those of you who are going to be using weather Pokemon, I find that using the Sandstorm weather, with the Gigalith. Everyone remember my Gigalith? Yes, Gigalith, my Gigalith. Oh my goodness, my Gigalith. Putting him on the field with Pokemon that could make use of the special defense of the Sandstorm. Very, very impressive. I want to give that to Lycanroc Dusk, let me tell you. That would really help out. Also standard Lycan, midday Lycanroc. Actually all the Lycanrocs would benefit well from the Sandstorm, in my opinion. That's my idea for the best weather duo, in my opinion. But everyone has their opinions, everyone has their judgments. Some people prefer the sunny days with grass-type Pokemon, outspeeding their opponents, etc. Shenanigan moves. Same with water duos. And ice duos, especially the newly found love duo of a Alolan Ninetales and a Alolan Sagittarius. They're just so cute. Yes, Blaze, you can ask your question. You don't need to raise your hand. Everyone doesn't need to raise their hand. You can just, you can just ask your questions right away. Oh, so how's it going, Hayes? Welcome to class. You're a little late, Hayes. Naughty Hayes. You're very, very late. I have to give you all pop quiz at the end of your pop quiz sometime today. So. And everyone has Hayes to thank for that. We'll have Hayes to thank for that. Give you all a pop quiz and it's all his fault. Her fault. It's all Hayes' fault, that's all I'm saying. Alright, now let's go on to other VGC questions. Actually, no one's really asked the question yet, so let's go on to... what is my favorite... That's not a very VGC question, but... my favorite food, it would have to be tacos. Though I wouldn't say no to a cheeseburger. Just saying right now, I wouldn't say no to a cheeseburger. I have another question about starters. In your opinion, which Kalos starter is the best statistically? Best statistically? It's all in that. They're all the same in my opinion. They're all the same. But it all depends on what you intend to do. So if we go on down to, let's see, let us go to the Froakie line, go into the Greninja line, and then we go over to, let's see, then we go over to the next line, Chestnut. They all have the same stats. Not if you count Ash Greninja, but we're not going to count Ash Greninja. But in terms of the stats, or statistically speaking, each of them wants to do something different. so. For example, Chestnut, he likes running in trick room teams, making use of his big, burly, physical offensive attacks and his physical defense to make himself really difficult to knock out with a bulletproof ability. Meanwhile, Greninja wants to make use of its high speed, high physical, and high special attack, being mixed and going into the offensive and hitting as many opponents as possible, using his protein ability to make it difficult for the opponent to figure out how to defeat him, or to at least pin down his weakness. Unless you predict him, it's very difficult to pin a Greninja's weakness with the protein ability. And then I discussed about the Delphox. I told you, very fast, very special defensive, very special offensive Pokemon. But you gotta make use of, I just noticed something. The Delphox has 4 more stats. It has 4 more stats than the other 2 starters. Go figure. Well, I would guess that, I would guess I'd have to say maybe Greninja, simply because it can do a lot more. Why is String Shot banned in VGC 18? I don't know about that. I have to look that up. Why is String Shot banned in VGC 2018? That's a good question. Neefko, welcome to the class. You are very late, Neefko. Very, very late. You are very, very late. I have to tell you, you're going to have a pop quiz because of this. We're having a pop quiz, and I expect you all to know the answers. You give me all of your cheeseburgers, Rush. You can't say no. Can't say no to it. That makes no sense. Ugh, naughty, naughty tacticians. I know this is not the VGC question, but what is your opinion on Shadow Pokemon? Not really any opinion on Shadow Pokemon, I mean. I did once have a lengthy discussion with Shadow Lugia, but we kind of parted ways after that. How much you say about that? How do you beat Perish Trap teams? Well, first of all, you have to learn, or you have to know you have to learn the pattern of the Perish Trap Pokemon. One is going to protect, and that is going to be the Pokemon that either is locking you in, or is going to be the one setting up, the Perish song. As for the other one, it's going to be setting up the Perish, or it's going to be the one that also wants to protect, and will either set up the Perish song, just protect, or just lock you in. So once you figure out which one is going to be defending, they're going to be trading most often. One is going to be protecting, the other one will, try to simply be surviving. So if you can focus down the one Pokemon that is, is trying to just survive and just survive, outlast you, then you target the one that is not going to protect. That's my opinion on how to beat Perish Trap teams. Kara doesn't know VGC at all. Well, that's why you're asking me questions. I have a feeling that you just changed your name to Shadow Lugia just because I was talking about Shadow Lugia. I don't think you're a different person. I think you're the same person just messing around. I just wanted to ask you to consider helping me test my new team and tell me if it's good or if I need to improve. Well, that's easy to do. I mean, I'll challenge you perhaps in the thing, or in the Discord. I mean, why do you hate Smurgles and Alolan Mux? Gamer MZ, if you played VGC 2016, you will understand my hatred towards Smurgle. No Pokemon deserves to learn Dark Void and every other move in the game. Maybe Arceus and Mew, but that's about it. It's so difficult to figure out what a Smurgle is gonna do. As for Alolan Muck, I just have a real nasty thing against Alolan Muck, alright? Just don't like it. It's beaten me quite a few times. Nothing personal, I just have a hard time dealing with Alolan Muck. What is my favorite starter of each region and why? Well, if I'm going to have to be honest, let's see. Starting from Generation 1, I would have to say that Charmander is my favorite starter. It simply harkens back to my very, very young days. When I was just a little baby, not a little baby Reshiram, but a little chibi Reshiram. I was so cute back then. In any case, I really like fire-breathing dragons, so I kind of like Charizard. As for Generation 2, I believe Generation 2 would have to be Bayleaf. It was, I think, at that point that I just really had this affinity towards grass-type Pokemon. And it was really bulky, really got me through a lot of challenges. Especially Whitney's Miltank. That was a nightmare to deal with. And then, oh my goodness, then we move on to Generation 3, in which we had Sceptile. Enough said. He was awesome. I loved Harold. He always helped me in the fight. I believe it was Generation 4. Let's see, what was Generation 4? I think I would have to say maybe it was... No, I don't think it was Samurott. I don't think Samurott was around that time. It was Generation 4 starter. I think I actually maybe have missed Generation 4 starters. Let me look what they were. Oh, Turtwig! Was it Turtwig or was it Piplup? Ah, yes, it was Turtwig. There we go. Yes, Turtwig. I remember that tortoise Pokemon. That would be my favorite then. Simply because I love turtles. It's just something about turtles I liked about the turtle. As for Generation 5, it would have to be Superior. What? I just like Snake. He was a snake. Fennekin, I went with Fennekin. I just really liked the little fox. I didn't realize I was going to be raising a female fox. That said female fox would be turned witch. Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. What? I didn't pay attention to the news. Picked what I liked and that was pretty much it. Then we move on to Generation 7 and we have Popplio. Oh, I love my Popplio. Love Kaylani. She's so cute. Impy, would you enjoy if Landorus had to hold the useless item that is the reveal glass to be in? Yes, I would understand it. I would accept the Landorus that if it had to hold that stupid item so it could maintain that stupid form with the Intimidate. So no more Scarf Landorus. Anything to get to nerf Landorus variant form, I would be happy. What is the best Mega Bug? Heracross, Pinsir, or Beedrill? It is very difficult. I mean, on the one hand, you have the Mega Heracross. It's a lot of firepower with the skill link, I believe. And you have Pinsir with Aerialate. That is a very powerful ability. And then you have Beedrill with adaptability, with the combination of the Fell Stinger. If you can get that Fell Stinger off, that makes it very, very difficult to take down. With the Poison Jab, and maybe you can U-turn out or even protect. The high speed, high attack power. It's pretty dangerous. You tell us why others hated Popplio when Sun and Moon came out. It's very difficult. Like, to figure that out. I mean, a lot of people hated Popplio simply because it looked stupid. I mean, I thought it looked cute, but that's just me. You'd have to ask those people. Alright, everyone. Alright, I think it is time for Pop Quiz! It's time for the Pop Quiz! Oh boy, this is gonna be idiom. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, everyone, get ready for your Pop Quiz. Alright, my tacticians, brace yourselves. It's time for the Pop Quiz! Pop Quiz! Alright, you will see the questions in the chat. The correct answer is C. And the reason why is because, for those of you who don't know, Ferrothorn and Scizor both have a 4x4 weakness to fire. Oh my goodness, those poor bug and grass type Pokemon. They don't deserve the treatment they get. But you know, they're very powerful. So if you can protect them in the rain, then you can actually make them very powerful, because they both have a lot of resistances. Let me tell you, people, there's a very dangerous combo in VGC 2016. People combining the power of the Primal Kyogre with the Primordial Sea and Mega Scizor. It was very difficult because Mega Scizor only had one weakness, and that was fire. 4 times weakness to fire. Very, very difficult combo to stop. Of course, you needed the rain, but once you had the rain set up, Mega Scizor was very difficult to knock out. It had to commit a whole lot to take it down. Alright, now let's go over priority moves. Because for those of you who don't know, there are a lot of priority Pokemon. And priority moves in VGC are among some of the biggest and best types of moves you can have on your team. Whether it's a simple fake out or something like the prankster combos with the status conditions, etc. Those priority moves can really set your team up for victory. So you better make sure you know how to do that. How do I know so much about VGC? Because I've been playing VGC for quite a few years now. And when you battle as many people as I have, you tend to pick up a few things. Oh my goodness, I feel very old now. I feel very old for some reason. This is about my fedora, actually. It makes it so weird. I don't know about the prankster nerf. It doesn't really affect me very much, Nevka. It's still a very powerful ability. You just have to use it properly, that's all. You just have to know how to use your abilities. Yes, next question. Ask your question, Railu. You can ask any question. Go right ahead. No, that's ketchup? That's probably why I smell hot dogs for some reason. Why is Seismic Toss Mega Kangaskhan banned in VGC? I don't understand what that. You know, let me go pull out my notes. Let's see. Mega Kangaskhan Seismic Toss banned. I still don't understand, though. I'm gonna have to look this up. This is gonna require some more new research. Because I can't really think about why Seismic Toss Mega Kangaskhan being banned. Which is weird. Oh, now it makes sense. Seismic Toss was a move for Kangaskhan in Generation 1. And that's why, and because you can't bring you can't enter with Mega Kangaskhan unless it's from Generation 7. Oh, that is now I think that is why. That makes no I don't understand your question, TG, really. That's more of a statement, not a question. Oh, there's a kick me sign on my back? Oh, whatever. Alright. next question, please. Let's get some real VGC questions. Because, you know, we're running out of time. Just telling you all, I mean, I don't have much time to explain these questions to you if you don't ask me, questions. Oh boy, what was that sound? Yeah, one second. Nibby, what was that sound? Oh, that was the bell ringing. Well, I guess that's the end of the class, my tacticians. Well, I guess I'll see you tacticians another day. But remember, I am Imperator Davies. Your Fedora Reshiram. I'll see you all next time, my little children. I'll see you all next time. Toodaloo. And just remember, everyone, remember that I will not be battling for Friday Night Throwdown tonight, or actually next week, yeah. Today and next week, Friday, there will be no Friday Night Throwdown, so remember your lessons, and remember my tacticians, there is always a way to defeat your opponents. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of ideas. But in any case, I'll see you all next week. Toodaloo!